Hello, 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 what ho! Welcome back to another exciting adventure of Piensas de Viejo. I'm your host, Travis Finley. So I'm thinking about the future, and I am crossing the street because that's just gonna be annoying. I'm thinking about the future, and that includes possibly buying an RV or maybe a converted van or a van to convert so I can tow my Uber car wherever I go, or pare down everything I have to just my bare essentials, like bare essentials. Like, just to be honest with you, my lifestyle right now, I wear the same clothes all week long. I don't change. Take one shower a week maybe. So I can get along without a lot. And then I would just live out of my car, right? And then just drive around and do that. The only thing I don't like about that is I don't want to be alone. You know, I like company. I like relationships. I do not want to be alone. Well, and in a small confined space. So the van would be a little bit bigger, or the camper or whatever. So I could almost, you're still going to be alone, right? Yeah, you're right. I'll still be alone. But I also want to get out and do stuff, live life. And I have a couple of ideas that I've wanted to implement that would be some sort of income for me, which would be photography. I have a concept and a brand in mind. I've already had a few experiences with it. I just have to get out and go fucking door to door to bust my ass, right? I gotta be that guy, right? My opening joke that I would always tell, this is another pipe dream of being a comedian, not like a full-time, but doing stand-up comedy once or twice at least. Like, one of my opening lines would be, you guys have heard those success stories, right? Like the bootstrap stories, you know, the down and out stories, you know, people that had an idea about business or whatever and wrote a book or wrote a screenplay and everybody rejected it, and boy, they just kept at it. They were the little engine that could, and they wouldn't be deterred, and they just persevered, and they just held tight, and then on the 101st try, man, you know, the sun came out. Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you've been hiding away for so long, right? And they got it, and they landed it, and man, I'm not that guy. I'm that guy that gives up. I'm the guy that just turns the TV back on. Oh, tried that. That didn't work. So what? Does that mean that I don't really want it? Because stuff that I really want, I've done, right? I'll do it. But there's something about this. I don't know if it's my dark passenger that's just like stabbing me in the back, right? With this fear. I'm afraid. But the fear part primarily is not having a cushion of money to sustain, you know, at least a good amount of effort. Because like, if I just pour myself into the photography and I don't make any money for a while, then how am I going to live? And if I buy a van or I buy a camper, then my money's gone, and I'm not going to be able, and then I'm going to just have to do Uber. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I guess I could take it step by step with Uber, and maybe take, you know, work like I do, work in the morning, and then go out in the afternoon and hustle in the afternoon. All right, that could be the part-time job part two, or, you know, you know, whatever, full-time job 1.5. So I tried to do it last year when I was in California and had plenty of time, but I was struggling with depression. Couldn't get out of the funk. Could not get out of the funk. Didn't even want to go out and shoot pictures, did nothing. Tried to do it a couple of times, you know, passed out business cards I made, brand cards that I made. I have to throw away all of those now because, well, I don't know, do I? I'd have to check and see if my WordPress content is still available because I let it die because I wasn't doing anything with it. And then I didn't want to keep paying $120 a year for it. So, and then I love to cook, you know. Find what you love. What's your passion? Right there, right? There's that story, right? Like bust your ass and sell your food. You know what I mean? Like how did Aunt Jemima start off? How did Betty Crocker start off? Right? I'm a big fan of cooking. I love it. I mean, I love it. I have an idea for this RV campground where I'm at, where I go to in California. There's hundreds of RV spaces, nose to tail, on the Ventura Beach. Nobody is there with a hot food truck. Nobody. Nobody's there with an ice cream truck. Nobody's there with a coffee. No, nothing's there. Like, that's gotta be an untapped. Now, it is, quote unquote, federal property because it's a state park, state or federal park, whichever, right? So if the pesky little fascist ranger comes along and says, do you have a license for it? It doesn't matter if you have a license anyway because this is federal property. You can't sell anything on this property. Be like, I'm not selling anything. I'm giving this away, and if people want to donate to me, then they can. So you got a problem with that? I'm not selling anything. Oh, do you have a license? Why do I need a license to cook food and give it to people? I'm just a regular guy cooking some food. And if you like my food and you want to say thank you a certain way, that's your business. Go away, leave me alone. Anyway, you know, my jarring, my bread, coffee, hell, I'd make breakfast and lunch. I wouldn't take on too much yet. I wouldn't do all 3 meals. Could be breakfast and dinner. Breakfast and an early dinner. I just love cooking, right? So why not take that concept and do something with it, right? I'm just thinking nothing else is happening right here, I guess. But anyway, I guess I'm afraid, ultimately, of finding myself in a position where I either didn't do something that was healthy for my product, you know, I mean, in terms of like exposure and promotion and I don't know, follow through, whatever, you know. Let's just say I messed up my business, you know, and then I'm out of money or whatever. But people do that all the time. Man, I bankrupt 5 companies before I broke through with a $1 billion company, bro. You can do it, man. I did it, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it. I just tried one time and it worked for me. Yeah, I failed the first time, but I got back up and I did it again. You know what I mean, you know, I guess that's the reality of it. If I did fail, I've got my CDL license. I'd go back, work my ass off for a year or 2, save up everything, and then do it again. But then that's 2 years of, you know, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This lawn has some nice little clovers. Nice little flowers in it. Lavender in the middle or something. Some kind of... And those are, what are those bluebells over there? Something. I don't even know where I'm walking. This is shamrock. I do know where I'm walking. I was just being a little bit facetious. Some great bird songs out. Still hear my cardinal. Smell fresh cut grass, which I love. All right, well, there you go. Another exciting adventure of Piensaste Viejo. I've been your host, Travis Finley. I might wait until we get close to this bird. I'll be quiet. That one. That's an awesome. That might be a warbler, maybe. I hope you guys can hear it okay. Oh, there it is. Hello, little birdie. Don't be camera shy. No, no, no. Don't be camera shy. Sing for me, birdie. Sing. Sing, damn it. Do it again. Damn it. Just when he started singing that, Smurfing car came by. What are you saying, little birdie? Are you saying that you are right, Viejo? All you have said is good and true. One more time. Every single time a Smurfing car comes by. Oh, there he goes. Just flew away. All right. Until next time.